Welcome to the People of Dubai podcast with myself, Annie, and my beautiful co-host, Holly.
Hey.
And this week, we have two exciting guests.
Hello.
Cheeky guest.
So I don't get too
I
early.
love your radio voice. It's so professional. I am the White House.
Our intro is way more relaxed about this. It's me and Alice doing this.
We need to tone ours down a bit.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
Okay,
carry
We
on.
want
Sorry.
world
We've-
peace.
We've ruined our intro already.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Can I switch the mic? Okay.
Great.
Sorry. Go ahead. Carry on. Sorry.
Well, welcome back, Alex.
Thank you
Just
very much.
Food,
Yes.
DXB.
You've rebranded. You've got a new house, I see.
We do have a new
We've
house.
We actually
upgraded.
are
Upgraded.
we're in Annie's house right now.
Still paying off the mortgage.
When's my dinner?
Oh, and welcome, Taz.
Hello.
Let's
Hi.
get Taz. How long have you been in Dubai?
I've been in Dubai over a decade now. I came here in 2011.
Nice.
Fresh graduate, straight here, off a plane.
Such a warmer.
And I hated it. I did. I hated
Really?
it. I hated it. First 2 weeks. First of all, I graduated, so I was young, and I kind of just wanted to start my career. I got an opportunity to come here, and then you land here in a different country, different culture, different language. 12 years ago, 13 years ago, Dubai was not what it is today at all. So even just the kind of normal basic stuff that we're so kind of like used to, ordering stuff like Deliveroo or finding an apartment, Property Finder and whatever. This is not sponsored. Sponsor us. But
No sponsor.
but it was just no. But yeah, it was totally different. So it was quite difficult. And then you got to, you start your career. You want to make a name for yourself. And then there's like finding an apartment, and then you got no friends, and it was all a bit overwhelming. So I was like, I'm gonna go home. But then as my younger brother was like, stop being a. Can we swear on this?
No.
Stop being a wuss. Stick
Fill
it
in the
out.
I was waiting for that. I was like, where's he going with this?
I was going to say a whale.
He said, stick with it, you'll be fine, keep doing what you're doing. And I did, essentially. And then eventually I made my friends and made my career, and here I
I
am.
Nice.
can't believe you literally
No
came
regrets.
from university and came to Dubai and was like, oh, I don't like it.
I
There's
didn't
no
know.
food delivery platform.
No, wait, okay, yeah, I'm just trying to think. Well, what we are,
First
we are
world
food.
problems.
We are food podcast.
Yes, so Savage Appetites, Alex and Taz. So
Yes.
welcome to the show. And then Alex,
Yes.
I mean, you've been on our show before, but they might not have listened to this
Yeah, it was a
episode.
while ago, wasn't it? Right at the start, I am Alex, aka JustFoodxb.
He hates doing this. I know.
Yeah, say that prouder.
I
Yeah,
get it.
I'm JustFoodxb.
270,000 followers, over
Yeah.
250,000.
Boom.
Yeah.
When,
it's going well.
when we
That's
go out
impressive.
with you, you actually get recognised.
Yes, I do now. It's good. I always enjoy it. Like, people are, as much as you get like hate online, as soon as you go into real life, everyone absolutely loves you. Like, ask to take your
What
photo.
do you
It feels
get
really weird.
hatred on?
Oh, everyone just like.
Really?
That's
yeah,
when you know
ca-
you've made it.
That's the
When
thing.
people
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
you.
It was like my first like big viral video. Like, that's when it really started coming in, because someone was like, this another posh boy from Chelsea coming doing social media, and I was like, if you knew how stupid that was. Like, I'm
from Devon.
I'm from Devon. Like, I went as a pot wash until I was like 16 years old. Like,
Yeah.
but it's got now now it's taken off. It's
Amazing. That's good.
Impressive.
And so, being a food blogger in Dubai,
yeah.
are you sick of food yet?
I'm not sick of food. I still love food. I'm sick of terrible food. Like, it's got to the stage now. Yeah, this year, like, a lot of people just said, like, look, you need to stop doing so many paid reviews. We want like you to go back to your basics. So going into like sat wearing deer and trying to find like the really good
Hidden
like,
gems.
The hidden gems. Yeah, that's what I really enjoyed. But like,
Yeah.
obviously, when it becomes your business, you just get swept up with so much of the commercial stuff. But yeah, thankfully, we're going back to roots this year, and I'm enjoying it a lot more.
My husband literally always says to me, Alex has been here, we need to go here. And I'm like, can I go to a nice date restaurant in this lovely like 5-star restaurant? It's like, we're going to Barsha, baby, we're going to the chicken shop.
He knows how to treat you.
It's like, it sounds like a first world problem. When you eat food like three like restaurants in a day, when it comes to evening, the last thing you want to do is go out for dinner in the
Yeah.
evening. So I've just literally said now, like, I don't do evening reviews, because like I just want to have a salad and just sit on the sofa, like, it's become a little bit, that's a
Yeah.
bit extra, isn't it? A bit of a
Yeah,
diva.
that is, you are a diva.
I'm a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
fine.
That is first world problems.
Yeah.
Are you still fasting from 12? Because that was one of the biggest things. How do you stay so fit
no, I stopped
being a
that.
foodie?
I stopped that because I don't know really why I stopped that. I just couldn't be bothered anymore. I was doing intermittent fasting for like
You were like, I
3
can't afford it, I
Yeah,
need
like
to get
3
my
years.
reviews in.
Yeah, like 3 years. It was actually, I think you're right. I spoke to another blog and they were like, oh, we do about 4 in a day. And I was like, 4 in no.
4 in a day.
Yeah, I was doing like 2 at a push, and I was like, I'm getting lazy, so I was like,
Yeah.
sack that fasting off,
Yeah.
push another couple in there. But
Go for breakfast.
No, not that.
What's a day in the life of a food blogger? Tell us what you do.
Wake up, gym, and then if we're busy, like three reviews in a day. So we'll do like one at like 12 o'clock, one at 3, and then try and get one in like 4:30, and then just sit on the sofa.
And you do that every day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Busy periods, like it goes through like peaks and troughs. Like one week you'll go to like 12 restaurants in a week, and it'll be a lot. And then when you're quiet, you probably only have like 1 or 2.
When you say we, have you got an entourage? Have you got a team?
I've got a little posse, yeah.
Love it.
Isn't it just your sister?
No, it's expanded.
Shots fired.
My mum's involved. Uncle Lawrence is out.
Nana's outside.
That's a little
Exactly.
Easter egg about Uncle Lawrence. If you listen to our podcast, you'll hear about it.
And then obviously we're doing the podcast now. So like anytime that we get free, it's just in the studio doing the podcast.
And how did that come about? Tell us about your
it was
podcast.
Taz.
Well,
was all
yeah,
Taz.
it was. Well, I guess it was a little bit actually. So I've saw his little rise to fame, and it was wonderful to see. And I've always been a bit of a foodie myself.
You're a great cook.
Thank
He
you,
is a good
appreciate
cook.
that. Thank you so much. I'm not a chef by any means, but I was like, well, I am still addicted to food content. Like anytime I'm back home, I'm watching YouTube, just food content, whether it be recipe chefs or just foodie influencers.
It does make you sound like a right
I was going to
loser.
say it's
proper
When I'm
dweeb.
at home, I
addicted to
watch
food.
food.
Honestly, I'm
videos.
a dweeb with it, and I just watch it all the time. So anyway, it was just a thing, a passion that I was into. And then Alex obviously got to where he was, just foodxb. We'd start to talk about, just food in general, sharing what restaurants we like together, whatever it may be. And then we're like, it's just one of those things, isn't it? You're out having a few drinks, you're at a pub, and then over a few Guinnesses, and we're like, we should do a podcast.
That's exactly how ours came
it's
about.
Like, it's one of those things, though. It's like kind of like one of those pipe dreams what people just say, we should do a podcast. And then we're like, next day, like, you actually want to do this? We're like, yeah, let's do it. And then we ran it. And then essentially since then, which was, late last year?
Was it? Yeah.
Late last
November,
year. So
December.
we did a bit of planning, took a few months to plan, build the brand out, figure out what we want to do. How do we separate it from what Alex does? And there's not really much of a crossover, even though it's kind of within the same industry. Because at the end of the day, I know what Alex does, that's his career. And it was almost like we wanted something for ourselves together. So it wasn't going to be a Just Food DXB podcast. It was going to be our own podcast together.
Yeah.
And the name?
Savage Appetites.
There we go.
Savage Appetites.
It was good. Like we were in the car. We went to that Zaza Slice to do like some content down there. And then we were in the car, and Taz was like, "I've got all these audio clips for like the music, background music," and we were just going through like listening to the music. Like, thankfully, I've got him. Like, I literally just like YOLO turn up like 20 minutes before. He does like all the work for it. But
I
like,
know. I was going
Appreciate
to
him
say
getting
with
like
Taz talking about brand, you're like, brand?
yeah, I was like, he's like, which one's this, A or B? Or it's like when you used to go to the opticians, which one looks better, 1 or 2? It's like they both look the same.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly. I
you
do
run with that.
appreciate he gives me the creative liability on
I was
the
like, look, you're in
decisions.
charge of the podcast. I'll come
It's
sit in the
yin
chair.
and
That's my job,
yang.
though.
We're the same. You got to take each other's strengths and run with it.
Yeah, I mean that's my job.
What's Alex's strengths?
I'll tell you what though. You are off the dome as well. Very good at speaking, obviously. Very good at speaking about food and hitting the right notes and saying it how it is. I think you're very good at that. I mean, that's quite a hard.
babes.
That's a hard. It is a hard skill because even when we did the podcast first episode. And yeah, I can talk because I do it part of my job, not obviously to a public or to cameras, but to clients or whatever it may be. And I can do it because I know my stuff about branding. That's my job. But then you go into something what's more of a hobby, a bit more of a passion, where you think you know everything to a point in your head. But then when you've got to try and to articulate that to an audience which is not there on the ears,
Yeah.
obviously you've done that for so long now, years, so your experience, and you rattle it, and it's just like, good. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like thinking, oh, I can't say that, or is that the right word to say? And you kind of stumble a bit, and you're just kind of like, oh, and then the cameras are there, and the producer's there, and you're like, and you just don't know, you kind of get freed, you kind of freeze in this kind of like
Best
scenario.
way I learn, I haven't improved at all, but rewatch yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
I found that
And listen to
massively
yourself as well,
Listen
right?
to yourself as in like, because you forget having a podcast. People can't see you, obviously,
Yeah,
majority
yeah.
of the time. Like it's not visual.
Yeah.
So we were talking about certain things, and we were like, you can't see what you're talking about, or like your body language. Like I was saying
Yeah,
about
yeah.
facial
Yeah.
expressions.
Yeah.
Like everything, just it changes. Like your tone of voice.
Yeah. And then especially when you talk about food,
That was, yeah.
food is such a visual experience. And it's like how
do you
how do we
communicate it?
kind of, that was one of the things, like how do you kind of communicate topics around food and taste and flavour and what you see?
It's like
in
the
audio.
adjectives are only so limited, isn't it, to
Yeah.
describe something. I
Yeah,
remember
no.
when you first started out, and I was like, Alex, how do you describe it? And you're like, I need to think of more words
Yeah.
because
Yeah, yeah.
I'm using the same words.
I was
He's got a
speaking
thesaurus.
I was speaking to, no, I was speaking to
Food is
someone.
all-
When I first started off, I was just watching Gordon Ramsay videos, and then just how he was describing stuff, I was like, earthy. I literally had a notebook that said mushrooms equals earthy. And like now, literally, if you ask like any of my food blogger friends if they ever
And a
have any
gazillion
mushrooms,
F
they look at me and I'm like,
Earthy.
But yeah, you have to build up like your vocabulary
Yeah.
so you can describe food effectively. In the podcast now, it's even more apparent because like we started a podcast with Dan
Yeah,
a few years ago. Do you remember?
that's my husband.
like
for
and
this,
we
yes.
Yeah, as I say,
we just ended up having way too much to drink on the podcast. It never really took off. But I always thought like I really want to do a food podcast, but it's like food so visual. How do you do it
in
over
audio.
in an audio format?
Yeah.
So it's just about being like extra descriptive, really like dramatic,
And the
enthusiastic about it.
subjects and how we tackle food conversations in a segment point of
Yeah.
view. Like we just try and it can't be as like, it's not a YouTube video from that perspective. It's, you've got to figure out how the best way to do it.
It might not be the same, but when is it Better Feed Phil? Somebody
Yeah,
Phil
yeah,
Feed.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
came to Dubai.
somebody feels
Yeah.
That was
we
it.
had
And
it.
I watched
Wow.
it, but it was actually zero food. It was predominantly just a story
Yes.
around food
All
and like the
narrative.
culture. Yeah,
We actually, I know you because you listen to all our episodes.
always. Number one fan.
We did an episode on our honest review on his episode.
Didn't it make one
What's
of
your
you
review?
cry?
I want to know this. Sorry.
It made Taz
I need to-
cry.
Made both of us
Oh,
cry.
Yeah,
It's like quite
it made me a bit emotional at one
Is it-
point.
Oh, I'm cold. I didn't find it emotional at all.
Do you
Because
not?
you're not a
The
foodie.
part where he's at Beit Mariam with the Palestinian woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think-
think welling up then. I also thought it
Yeah,
was well emotional.
and well, we can go into it, but his story. So obviously he has his food show.
Yeah.
Everyone probably knows it. And then at the end of every show, early seasons, he's season 7 now. At the end of the season, he has a conversation with his mum and dad on Skype, and it's part of the show. At the end of episode, they do that together. And then eventually, as the seasons go on, he loses his mother. They don't make a thing about it. The first episode, he's talking to his father instead, and you kind of understand
missed
that
that.
the mother has passed away sadly. And then you start to see, okay, well, then his father has a carer with him, and then you see then at this episode, the later season, he doesn't have his father anymore. And then when he's having he's eating that dish in Beit Mariam
Yeah.
from what's her name?
Yes, Chef Salam, yeah.
Chef Salam. She talks about, oh, this is my grandma's dish. So every time I make this dish, it makes me feel like I'm with my grandma. He has it, and obviously it just takes him back. And he talks about it takes him back to a moment with his
triggers.
mother.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, and it was very authentic in his reaction. He
So I
didn't cry.
didn't know whether it was authentic. Like when
Me
I
too.
initially watched it, it
Because he's very
It
exuberant
went
on
on a
his-
bit too long, and I was
But
like,
I didn't have context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then when
So
I
I
watched
think
that,
once
and I
you
was
give
like,
context, it
Yeah.
makes
Exactly.
difference.
When I
I
was-
didn't
when
know.
you
I was like,
explained
he's
that to
getting
me, I
one.
was like, okay, now I can kind of see it because I was like, is he playing it up a little
yeah.
bit? To
And
the
I was like,
cameras?
oh, it's a bit emotional because you
Yeah.
kind of feel that sense because that's how she felt with her grandma
Yeah,
when she's
yeah.
cooking, and then all this thing.
Taz watches every food thing when he gets home.
It's addictive
Yeah,
food
exactly.
content. It is addictive food
I want to
content.
know. So let's take back to Dubai.
Yeah.
Where is your favourite place to eat?
Taz, go first.
Me go
Yeah.
first. Okay. Oh wow.
Sorry, we probably
Okay,
should have
tell you
asked
what then.
Alex, who's eaten at 7,000 places.
Tell you what. Okay.
And
let
he's
me-
not getting paid for this.
Live bidding war now.
True story. Oh bloody hell. Okay. I'll do it 3 ways. My favorite takeaway in Dubai. Right. I'll do my favorite takeaway, my favorite restaurant, my favorite dish.
Okay, it's like
Remember
a foodie.
before the podcast you said that he's going to take over? We asked you what your favourite
And now
Sorry.
we're doing Smog, Marry and Avoid.
Sorry. Subscribe to Savage
My
Appetites.
favourite food from the UK between April and June is.
Can you 3 just leave? You kind of ruining my vibe. Okay, favorite. Okay, go quick.
Favourite restaurant?
No, favorite delivery first, right? Dave's hot spicy chicken.
I
Dave's
love
hot
that.
chicken.
Drop the mic. That's incredible. Mac and cheese.
Oh,
Boom.
spud me on that.
Yeah.
Delicious. Get it medium. No, get it hot. Get the honey drizzle on that.
You know why I
Okay.
like it? Because Drake likes it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Juicy
what I
Drake.
said. I was like, if
Big
Drake
licky.
did,
Your husband he's a
He is the
bit he's a
chicken
bit
king.
but he's a bit contentious about it. He's got a new boy in town.
who?
Charlie's. No, not Charlie's.
Go on, you should know this.
One of them. It's Charlie's.
Dan's
isn't it?
new chicken place.
Oh,
It's on JBR. I can't remember what it's called. Whatever. Anyway.
Japan?
No, that's a
No, he
Japanese
does
one.
love Japan though.
He does.
He
He's
does
also
like
got
Japan.
200 dirham credit from Japan that we need to spend.
No, you have it tonight.
He is my chicken foodie connoisseur.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my favourite delivery.
Yeah.
My favourite restaurant, the Main Oyster Bar and Grill in JBR.
Brussels
Do you know
sprouts.
what? That has been I've been in Dubai 10 years.
Yeah.
I went there last week.
Oh, did
Music
you?
was incredible. Food
Vibes
was incredible. It's just consistent.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's
you know-
consistently delicious.
I think
the
restaurants
vibes.
in Dubai have like 3 years. Like kind of, they just either make it or they don't. They become
Yeah.
an institution.
Yeah, very
Or
much
they
so.
just change.
I
Exactly.
think
They
it's.
flip
I
and
think
they
if
go.
you're a summer survivor, like you see which
Yeah,
places
yeah.
don't make the
So
summer.
true.
Do you know
So
what I mean?
true.
It's a good way of saying it.
But Maine's a good shout.
Yeah, love the
Okay.
Main. Always loved the Main for years.
What would you have there?
Usually the steak. I like the tartare to start, and then depending on my mood, maybe I'll go seafood, maybe I'll go
You
steak.
ever tried the Brussels sprouts?
Yes, of course.
Chips and
So good.
gravy with
Love
the meat.
that. It's just
Putin-
delightful.
Putin.
We actually did.
Yes,
we did the
that's
brunch
it.
recently. Were you there? You were there.
Yeah, I think I was.
Yeah, it was.
No, it's good brunch when you can't remember the
PG
guests.
version only.
We were there. Yeah, we were there. We were there recently. Everyone was there.
Do good Bloody Marys.
They do because they have a. You
They
can
have
choose.
clamato juice, don't they?
Yeah.
Do
Clamato
you know
juice?
this is clam juice tomato,
Yeah.
Ah,
which
right.
makes really good Bloody Marys.
It is. Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
Very good.
tomatini from
Yeah,
LPM.
Oh,
LBM,
there-
LBM too.
We had a conversation about this.
They are.
We're gonna have to go today.
Yeah, okay, let's do
We,
it.
we both have partners. by the
Maybe,
way.
maybe cut that one out.
We both have partners.
The marriage is called
No,
off.
I meant a double date. I meant a double date without
A
respect
friend
partners.
date.
A friend date. Just
Yeah.
double date.
A freight.
Right, what's your third?
Oh, best dish. You know what it is. We talked about it last time on the podcast. No, it's not going to be KFC
right.
spicy
Okay,
fries,
fine,
which
good.
is, by the way, fantastic. Pitfire garlic knots.
Oh, they are great.
Ooh.
10 times 1,000 better if you're there in
Yeah.
the restaurant.
Yeah.
Go to one of Dubai Hills. You can. It's licensed there. Glass of wine, garlic knots, gorgonzola ranch. Yes, please. Leave me alone.
Love you bought that.
Top
Love
tip: I freeze them because I can't eat a whole portion.
What?
What,
Yeah,
what,
and
put
then
them
I
in the air
I
fryer or
put them
something?
in the air fryer and defrost them.
Oh my sweet lord.
There's
Right.
never been leftovers.
That is literally the best hot take I've ever heard in my life.
wild.
There you go.
No, you don't.
I swear
I'm
I
literally
do.
gonna drop that
freeze
story
it.
as soon as I leave
Honestly.
this house. I was like, never thought that. Why have I never thought
Brilliant.
Yeah,
That is so
That is
because
sick.
Dan doesn't eat the garlic knots, and I'm not having a
What?
pit fire without garlic knots.
Oh
Exactly.
my
But you
God.
get like 8 or something, don't you? Even
yeah.
the small,
There's
they
big
have
portions.
and they,
Yeah.
and they do small
So
small
good.
portions now.
Yeah, small and large. Yeah.
Freeze
But
them,
even
of
then,
course. It's
but
so
you
simple.
freeze
Why
them.
don't
Yeah.
you
Bread.
just
You know what?
Honestly,
That's a
game
great
changer.
shout.
Amazing.
And I
Are you
might
We're all
in
going
there
to do
for
takeaways now. They're gonna,
Yeah.
their
I'm
sales
actually
are
going,
going
I'm
to go
going
down.
Pitfire tomorrow, so
Okay,
Yeah.
you go.
What time you
7:30.
go? You're not invited.
You
I
can come
might
if you
come, I
want.
might come crash it.
Come if you want. I'm going
We'll
We'll
to
just
Going
cut
to
this.
the-
We'll
to
cut this
Yeah.
love date
Sorry,
arrangement.
Yeah, exactly.
We've lost 100 listens already.
Mum, if you're still listening.
Okay, right. Let's jump to what's your favourite
God, I
restaurant, my
didn't know I
darling?
was going to get involved.
Yeah, of course you are.
Can we go back to Alex? I didn't think I was going to get
On the
involved.
spot.
All right, you
Go.
think?
It's
Sorry.
hard. It's hard. It's hard.
He's still in a bidding war with his restaurants.
exactly.
Have you closed one?
So, go on.
I have close one, yeah. We've got a winner. It's
Yeah. Who's paid the
KFC, the first hot chicken, 11 hot spices.
Value meal one.
To be honest, I always answer like it depends what you want. It's like a bit of a
Yeah.
cliche, but like if I'm doing like fine dining, like I love LPM. Like I went to LPM. Steak's fantastic. Tomatini's great. The vibe's good.
Yeah.
The people there are lovely. Like it's just
Love it.
such a cool place. Like,
Yes.
and I've never seen anyone who's been to LPM be like, no, we didn't have a good experience. The other one is like on the other side of it is like fusion ceviche.
Oh,
So, like,
That's one of my faves.
Yeah,
we
like
love that
Penelope.
place.
One of
Penelope.
my faves.
Peruvian
Unreal.
woman started doing like supper clubs. Her father was a fisherman in Peru. Home recipes, fresh
Yeah.
like ceviche. I just love everything it stands for. Like we need more of those kind of homegrown concepts in Dubai.
And the food is incredible.
literally
So
is
good.
incredible.
The duck is
like,
my
it's
favourite.
unreal.
I could eat that ceviche every day of my life
Yeah.
for the rest of my life.
And when
I
you
die
watch
happy
them
man.
do it, it's all the different textures.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
with
Oh,
that
that's what
the
it is.
crispy
crispy corn.
corn.
in there,
Yeah.
So good.
Let's go there after.
And then that's
Yeah, let's do it.
like the tiger milk sauce that they have is just so refreshing. You could just like drink it out of the bowl. Yeah, that's like, I just love everything that place stands for. I want more of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, something with a story.
Go
Yeah.
on, what's yours then?
Recently went to Moch 32 and I
Oh, I've
pre-ordered the
heard.
duck. incredible.
You
have to-
pre-ordered it?
Yeah, you have to pay and pre-order for it. It takes 24 hours, I think.
A
to
lot of
cook.
these duck, if you want duck, you have to
Yeah.
pre-order.
Yeah, it was. I was questioning myself. I was like, they sent me the bill and was like, it's 700 dirhams just for a bird.
She's
and I
been
was like,
mugged off.
That's all.
She's been mugged off.
She
Oh,
has
is
been
that
mugged
the place you were
No,
talking
different place, different place.
Wow.
and I was like, do you know
Ducks
what? You only live once. I was like, let's do it. But it was
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
Because what they do is they bring the duck out and then they take the skin off
Yeah.
and then they cut that up. So you have that
Yeah.
as like little appetizers.
With
So
the
you really
sugar.
get the taste
Yeah.
with the sugar.
Yeah, yeah.
And then obviously they bring the pancakes out with everything that goes with it. But then they take like the carcass away. Because I was like, don't.
This is the same. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
that's what they do,
Yeah,
Yeah, and they take the carcass away, and I was like, don't take that food away. Like, there's so much
no.
meat on that bone.
Licking
I will
off that
gnaw at
bone.
that. Like, Henry VIII style. Like, no sexiness is going on here on this day. And then they bring basically the duck out in rice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you
you
like this
get
with the rice?
so yeah. So they bring it out, and it's just incredible, and the view is spectacular. It's on
I've
the top of the
heard
address.
really, really good things about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
want
on
to
my
go.
list.
Where is it? Where is it?
In the address.
In the
JBR.
address.
Yeah, it's right at the top. So it's-
Oh, that address.
So you have to.
The one that
book
looks like
the tourist.
trousers.
yeah.
The tissue box.
Yeah.
Depends your mind.
Depends if you got a cold or not.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
then I love cucina in the Marriott. Like very rustic. You know what you're gonna have.
China.
The menu
Italian.
changes. It's Italian restaurant.
I'm being.
They make pasta daily fresh, like in
Yeah.
front of you, and the menu changes every week on the pasta. So I just love.
Wow.
I literally live across the road from it, and I'm there. And the whole concept is they want you to feel that you're sitting with an Italian family. It's so like the feeling of
Right,
it. Like
That
they
sounds
have
loud.
the fresh tomatoes where you can cut it up with
Okay.
your bread, the balsamic vinegar, everything, and they've just launched like an ice cream bar, and it's all fresh ice cream made, and
That
it's
sounds
wow.
sick.
like but really like
Gelato.
olive oil ice cream, gorgonzola ice cream, not like chocolate and strawberry, like
Yeah.
really ones which they put in front of you, and it's like it tests your palate.
And they have prosecco and wine on tap, like you pour yourself.
Oh yeah, I missed that. That's another reason why I love it. They have this
Just underneath the tap.
Yeah.
Yes, that's also Prosecco
yeah.
on tap.
this peach infused wine is stunning.
Yeah.
I have it for dessert.
We have
Okay,
to
what's
go
the
there.
price point of this?
Really, really good. Like they
It's-
want you to go on a Tuesday night. Like they want you to be like, oh, let's not cook tonight. Let's go for dinner, and it's not somewhere you can't afford.
I tell you
Nice.
what.
So it's
I'm going there.
sharing,
I'm
it's
gonna go there
sharing
tomorrow.
platters. That's
I'll
what,
go with you
right? Yeah, it's all sharing concepts. So,
So,
it's like,
like-
literally like you're at home, Italian grandma sitting there, and she puts like
That's
the pasta,
so
the
good.
pizza,
I'll
the
rate
bread.
that.
Where is it?
It's in the Marriott on the Palm.
Marriott on the Palm.
It's
Mm.
stunning.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's my favourite one. It's consistent and I love it. What's yours?
I'm still thinking. It's
is
so
hard.
hard.
It
And
is
in,
hard.
in
It is
Dubai,
hard.
there's so much.
It is hard.
I do like a Greek, and I think
Yeah.
is it Mythos in JLT?
Yeah.
Point of contention here. We talked about Greek restaurants. Obviously,
Right.
he has Cypriot blood in him.
Oh yeah, sorry, Alex.
Go on,
Right.
tell 'em.
Are you against this?
No, carry on.
And do you know where also is really good food? Oppa.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Their Greek
Smashing the
food
plates.
is amazing.
Yeah, never been to Opera actually, but
Really?
I've seen it.
I was saying to Taz, I just
don't-
don't feel like Dubai has got like good quality Greek food yet. I think like there's some places that are
Taverna.
almost there, but Taverna's quite good.
Tavad and the Medina.
Yeah,
is
the
there.
Madinat Jumeirah, but
I
still
don't like restaurants where they give you a time limit. And I remember calling for opera and it was like 2 hours, you got to be out, or like 3 hours, you got to be out.
I
For,
turn
for
over.
me, I'm like, I go out, I don't want to be rushed. If I want to take an hour drinking this glass of
Yeah.
wine, 10 minutes, I just want to take my time.
Yeah.
You know what you need? Like if you've been to the Guild,
Yes.
JFC, like you start off, you have your cocktails, then you go and have dinner.
Yeah.
And then if you still want to hang around, they've then got like the cocktail bar and the Scar Lounge. So you're not leaving the restaurant.
There's
you're
like
not getting
three.
forced out.
There's
Yeah,
like three
exactly.
restaurants
You're
on that
like,
grill.
you just migrate into another part so they can get other people on the
Yeah.
table.
I
I think that's
didn't
better.
think of the Guild. I went there the other day and I like, you walk into Narnia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Isn't
great.
it? You walk in and you're like,
Tuesdays,
what?
It's like a nice, like jungly. There's so much
I
like.
think it's more of a summer restaurant though. Like I like to go to
Yeah,
I wanna
places.
book it for
like
Christmas.
being
Yeah,
outside
you know,
and
like
stuff.
being outside. I
Yeah.
never go to an inside restaurant in the winter.
Got it. No,
So-
you know
In
what?
the
You know when you
summer,
said
that's good.
summer, I was thinking surely that's outdoor dining, but
yeah.
we're talking about
Yeah,
Dubai.
like if it's
doesn't.
too
Yeah.
hot.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
right.
I went to Heston Blumenthal's
Oh,
roast
yeah.
dinner
How was it? What's the
on
verdict?
Sunday.
Yeah, the roast.
Honestly, it was incredible.
Oh, love that. Love
Really
that.
and
good things.
can I spoil something, or
Yeah.
would you rather you not know?
No,
I love
well.
the surprise, but
So yeah.
does love a surprise.
So halfway through the roast dinner, you've had your starter. You're going on to your main, and they bring out one potato. right, on a plate, and you think it's a joke. You're like, right.
Who
And
ordered
the
this?
waiter will say, you know, when you're so Heston wanted to create something where, you know, when you're waiting for your roast dinner and your mum takes the roast potatoes out and you always take one because and it's like piping hot and you burn your mouth.
Yeah.
He was like, we've stolen this from the restaurant while you wait for your dinner, like from the kitchen.
Love it.
While
Love
we wait for
that.
your dinner.
That's
And
so
how
cute.
cool is that?
Love
And
that.
it's the little touches,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, so
That's
they
such a
stole, and
nice-
it's called the stolen potato. So they stole it from the kitchen for you to have.
Love that.
They need to do one
That's
with
brand.
cake. Mine was cake mixture as a kid.
I'm just.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm such a cynic. I'm just thinking, can we get 300 Nick potatoes, please? Get me Nick potatoes now.
exactly. Yeah.
You're taking a freezer.
Separate tray of Nick's potatoes. Oh, they've been stolen. Where are they gone?
You ever had Marmite potatoes?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Duck cooked Marmite potatoes.
They are the one.
No, coterie.
Coterie
My
ones,
I think,
favourite.
are better.
Coterie. I
Both
think they done it
equally good.
first.
No,
No,
look
Duck
who was there.
The guy who does coterie done duck cook. So the guy who
Oh, was it the other way
maybe
around?
had duck cook, then went over to coterie. That's what I
So
heard.
that's where they are.
But they're
Both
better
delicious.
at coterie, I think.
They are blessing us. Anyway, sorry,
Right.
what's your other one?
Oh, that was it. I
Oh,
don't.
right, it's a wrap.
Thing is, you can go on forever, can't you?
I
I
know.
just don't
This is
even
why we
know.
have a podcast
Oh yeah.
called Savage Appetites.
The shameless plug.
Savage Appetites. We didn't talk about what we do. Yeah, fine. Sorry.
No,
We have
we
a
did.
Food podcast. I just want to do it again.
Can I ask, how do you keep up as a food blogger with the latest restaurants?
It's all about the community. So I'm in like a WhatsApp group with like 30 like hardcore foodies, and they're all from different regions. So we've got like some people from like Singapore and China. We've got Indian, Pakistanis. We've got Iranians. So like as soon as anything comes on the radar, that's good. Like all the messages will start coming out. Is anyone
Is it
been there yet?
competitive against you guys?
Not really. Like we try and it's everyone helps each other out.
So everyone's got like the USP kind of thing.
Yeah, to be honest,
This is
it's
a bit like the magic circle for foodies. You know
Yeah.
what the magic circle is? Like with the
Yeah.
magician.
I've been knocking on that door. Can I come in? They're like, no.
I know. Can we get invited?
No, we're not allowed in. It's only restricted to a few food influencers.
But that's the thing is like if you've got the right people and everyone's going out and dining, they're all just sharing, like collaborating on like where the best places are. Then also if you're about to go to a place, you just drop it in there. Like, has anyone been here before? And they're like, it's not worth it. Don't do it. Like
Like
save
that.
money,
Interesting.
etc.
What's the best country you've travelled to for food? For food, not
I
restaurant
haven't
in
done
general.
enough. Like Istanbul is like for me,
I
it's one of
love
the food
Istanbul.
capitals of the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Like, if you've got like 100 stores, like 95 of them are like restaurants and dining
And
spots.
it's so reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
Price is
couldn't
so
believe when I
good.
got the text message through. I was like, I was shocked.
Yeah. I love Istanbul.
Saudi's meant to be amazing for
For food?
food. Yeah.
I went there 2 years ago. It's now like erupted. Like there's so many restaurants that are opening up in Saudi. It's crazy. Like it's gonna be it's booming for the F&B sector. So I'm trying to do a bit more over there. It's just no booze. I can't do it. Like because imagine like
That's Alex's number
But hold
one
on,
rule.
you go over there. You have lunch. You have a big lunch. Okay, you got your next sit in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
You've also had a ton of coffees because you've flown in the morning. No coffee, no food, no booze. What do you do? What do you do with yourself? How
Watch
do you
food.
kill time?
Watch food YouTube videos.
So YouTube.
But you can't just sit there for 3 hours on YouTube.
Oh, I can do that for 6.
I was like, found myself. I was like, what do I do? Like 3 hours to kill in Saudi. I kind of need like a bar or a pub. I can just go and sit
just
in,
have to drink.
have a couple of drinks, and then go. To
We
my
always
next
have we
place.
always kind of have this half debate because I was like, I don't think a restaurant needs alcohol for it to be a good restaurant, and I think we know that
I
anyway.
disagree. I think
But
we
he's
do.
like, no, I need a pint or I need this. I'm like, oh, it's fine. I mean, I love a Guinness.
I
But
think it depends what kind of meal you're having, though, doesn't it? Like,
not with him.
if you know,
It's
like if
having
you're
food with no
having,
wine.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. You are right. It's when certain meals and certain cuisines, it's nice to have a little. To
So
enjoy your
before
tipple.
we go on to, we're going to do a food challenge.
We are going to
So
do a food
exciting.
challenge. We are gonna do a
hungry
food
now.
challenge.
I want to know what's up, like what's next for Savage Appetites. How do you create your content? What do you think about, like, or are you literally just winging it as you go?
I'm winging it. Taz has probably got a plan.
There is a plan in the future. I won't say too much. I don't want to give it too much away. But I think what we're going to do is obviously we're just growing the channel organically. It's basically unfiltered food conversations about food and the demographic on food.
Unfiltered food conversations
Unfiltered
about food.
about
Has he
food.
practiced that in front of the mirror? or
About
what?
food. I've bottled it already. I think 'cause, the main reason was like we just wanted a platform to be able to give our own opinion, our own voices on food. I know there are laws in this country what forbid you to say things out there publicly without being scrutinized. And I get that. It's fine. We have to respect where we are. But we just wanted the platform just to talk nonsense, waffle on about food. And that's where Savage Appetites goes. But where
I think on the other side, like, you're right in a sense. Like, we want it to be like organic and it's fun and it's like.
Are we about to have a
listen to.
disagreement?
But no, like for me, it was, you know, I've been doing the blog for like 3 years, and I've obviously been highlighting a lot of the best places and the places I enjoy. But I find it really hard to talk about the places I don't enjoy, and I feel like Dubai's got to that stage now where Dubai's food scene is evolving, but yet we're still not allowed to talk about when we have a bad experience about a place. And I feel like that won't ever change unless we drive the discussion in certain ways. So we've said, like, look, we'll be respectful. We're not going to go out there and just start slating places. But
no one needs us two to go, that's a bad place. And ruin that
exactly.
business.
We're not there to point fingers, but we do want people to share their bad experiences in order that we can move the conversation and move the progress in the right direction. Because, like, at the end of the day, we just want to make the Dubai food scene the best it can possibly be. And we can't do that if we're still not allowed to talk about the things that are bad. So I think this is why we're trying to be, like, unfiltered. So it's like trying to get people comfortable. Exactly. Constructive feedback, get people comfortable with, like, hearing the truth a bit more. So that was what, for me, was the platform to do that.
Exactly. And I think that its infancy is going to be the podcast. Where that goes further, Savage Media, should we say? That's all I'm going to say, Savage Media. But I think that we can go beyond.
Enterprise now.
Savage worldwide.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I just see bigger ambitions for Savage Appetites and what the brand is and what it means. And I think,
by the way, I think Rihanna's actually taken that already, so you need to think of another name.
Well, she took it from me. So, speak to my lawyers. But yeah, you're right. I think about that.
Yeah.
Savage as in Savage, it's Fenty, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Whatever it is. But anyway, it's going to be bigger, hopefully, in the future. But we'll take this baby step at a time.
What about
You're
you
going
guys?
to kill it.
What's next year?
I think for us is to grow our guests. Like,
Well, we're going to take a break. This is actually our last one for...
Season finale.
Yeah, season finale.
Thanks for having us. Man. Yeah, thank you.
Obviously, I'm having a baby. You
are having a baby.
Yeah, like working on businesses and stuff, aren't we? So it's kind of... I think we're going to take a break for the summer.
Yeah.
And then come back, hopefully.
And line up some
just,
amazing
yeah,
guests.
I think it's good. We don't look at it as a business, and it's kind of, we've always had that conversation, like, do we want to look at it as a business and actually do it, or is it a hobby that we just want to continue and just enjoy? Yeah. And I think we have to, it's just working out what we want to do with it.
Yeah, because we have our own businesses, right? So we have our own forms of income coming in. But the thing is, like, nowadays, so many people tell you to take time for yourself and to grow on yourself and to benefit yourself.
Sure.
And the podcast, for me, not speaking for you, but it's made me grow so much.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know, of like connections, who we've met, experiences, hearing other people's stories.
Yeah. It's really, I mean, your podcast is very insightful with the guests you have on.
Can I ask, is there one guest that you would like really, really love to have? Like, if you could have one person on there, who would it be?
Oh, Warren Buffett.
Oh, would
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Berkshire.
I've already ruined it. He's not coming on.
He didn't reply to email, did he?
Yeah, he's just so inspiring. His story about what he
is,
created.
OG.
Like,
What a legend.
Yeah.
I'd have Stephen Bartlett.
Stephen
Would
Bartlett.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? He just bloody cancelled.
Are you joking?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to buy his tickets.
I got an email today.
Cancelled on Savage Appetites. I was like, you got him?
Steve, shut him down. I said, Steve, you're working too hard, mate.
Oh my God, he cancelled.
I got an email today saying it's been postponed indefinitely.
Where he was coming to Dubai?
It's coming to Dubai this month. And I was very excited.
And me and Taz sent me his ticket numbers the other day, and I was going to sit next to you. Thank God I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah.
No.
But apparently you get a refund. I don't know, Steve. Come back, please.
Why would it be Steve?
Yeah, he's
I find him really interesting. Like, he's very young, and he's really... I don't know, he's like really knowledgeable with a lot of things, and I don't know, I'm just intrigued by him and his story.
Exactly. His podcast inspired initially to do Savage.
So.
And the way he does, like, he's now branched off to this vlogging, behind the scenes, behind the diary, which I really love, and I think that's something what obviously Savage Appetites can go into. His team and the way they think about podcasts and their systems in place and the research they have, and it's all data driven. That all, I fizz off that stuff. I'm like, I love it. And that's why I get so hyped about it and I get so passionate about it, because I think the way he displays it. Yeah. And the podcast is great. I mean, he's obviously a good podcast host.
It's consistent, I find.
I noticed that when we first started was like the difference between Taz and I knew you listened to like Stephen Bartlett. And like, he comes with like his iPad and he's all researched out. Like, I just listen to like comedians and Joe Rogan, like conspiracy theory ones where people are just like having a laugh and stuff. So for me, it was just like a bit of a piss around where we can just like, when nothing's prepared, everything's off the cuff, and then I sit down with Taz and he's like,
which is good, which is good.
It's the balance, like the yin and yang.
Yeah.
But
It's
like,
quite
I
hard.
could tell that you were doing more of like a corporate podcast, and I was
Not a
coming just,
corporate.
like,
He
winging
keeps
it.
saying corporate. It's not
You
corporate.
do love
It's not
corporate.
corporate. It's not
But you're
corporate.
laying the foundation. It's clear that you want to build a business
Well,
out of this.
my job is to be creative as much as I can.
Taz was like, have you got a document for us to look at? Can you do this? Can you
He
send me your
loves a
branding? I
Word
was like,
doc.
I actually ignored the message because I don't have branding.
I was like you, Alex. I just turned up and was like,
Yeah.
right, what are we talking about? What are we doing?
My favourite thing is to keep everything a surprise for him. He hates it.
He's like, I'm just surprised. I'm like, this is not a surprise.
I'm like, oh no, you'll find out there.
I know. But then what he, one of the things we were like, okay, we're having this new little mini series called The Origins of Dishes, where we take a dish and we just dive into the origins and we have a little conversation about it, right?
Nice,
this
love
episode
that.
obviously kick
Sounds
off.
like a really good podcast, Holly. We should listen.
Yeah, exactly. Please listen to it. We need more than 4 listeners, please, guys. And so we're like, okay, well, shawarma is obviously the number 1 dish in this region. Let's do the dive. We'll do a deep dive into shawarma, right?
Yeah.
Turn up. Right, we're going to talk about shawarma. I'm like, Alex, before we go, what do you know about shawarma? Then we're going to do an origin story about it. He's like, oh, I don't really know. I'm like,
Don't really know anything
I'm
about
like,
it.
bro,
Do your homework.
how are we supposed to talk about the origins of a dish? But he knew I was going to do it anyway, so
Yeah.
I had all the
What's your comparison of an IKEA shawarma compared to like?
Mate, IKEA shawarma is actually
good.
really good.
No.
for the value.
I
that
bribed
is-
my
Yeah,
partner
like,
there to get
yeah.
to like. I was like, if we make it through this, I'll buy you a shawarma.
Did you
at
ever
the
get
end.
that as a kid and you get the little ice cream? That was always the treat.
Yeah.
All the
And-
little-
and the
all
meatballs.
dime
The
chocolate.
meatballs.
But
I
then
love
they,
the meatballs, yeah.
but do you remember years ago it was actually horse meat? Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Was it? Yeah,
It
that's-
was
was that the
scandalous.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I
Tesco's.
haven't touched.
Honestly, I
food
don't mind.
scandals. We need to.
I don't know, honestly, I don't
Food
mind.
scandals. That
That's
was
a good
really
one.
good.
Yeah, we need to do that episode. Food scandals.
Yeah, and McDonald's. I don't know if I can get sued for this, but
You know it's
McDonald's
good. Don't worry.
got no money anyway. Sort it.
Exactly.
McDonald's, they done a thing where it's 100% beef, but they bought their pates,
Oh,
the
yeah,
meat
I
from
heard
a
about
company
this.
called 100% Beef. So they legally
No
were not breaking
way.
any rules
That's
because they were
wild.
saying it's 100% beef, but it actually wasn't.
You can't be doing that. That's,
Take those
that's
scandals and
disrespectful.
run
So
with
the
it.
people of Dubai podcast will not be.
Yeah, just
for the next
season
one.
finale.
I'll
Just
get a
get
cease
sued
and
after.
desist tomorrow at my door.
McDonald's is one of my clients. Personally, I absolutely love beef patties. I think you are
Exactly,
defending a very
exactly.
well reputable business.
All right, well, okay then. Well, talk about surprises then.
Let's do our food challenge.
Let's
Yeah.
do the food
Let's
challenge.
do
Who do you want
it.
to go
Okay,
first?
so for the listeners, we
Okay.
have all bought a trending TikTok
Weird food combinations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something
Weird
along
food
those lines.
combo.
That was the brief to us. Is bring in a weird food
That
combination.
work, but strange combination.
Strange, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Go on.
Yeah, you
Let's
go.
do it, Annie.
Okay, I've got 2.
Okay.
2.
Sorry.
Got 2-course meal going on here. I've only got 10 minutes.
Mine does involve ice cream. So the longer we wait, the more melty it'll be.
That's why you have a cool box.
Yeah.
That's true. I have got a
So
cool
while
box.
she's preparing, getting everything ready, quickly fire your guess, which you want on your podcast. You asked us, but we didn't get yours.
God.
We're gonna get. He's gonna say free now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, what's up against summer? I'll give you my top 100. Who do I really want on the podcast? Actually, I mean,
This is a great way to invite people, by the way, even though Warren Buffett won't be listening.
Joe Rogan, if you're listening.
Joe Rogan.
Well, Joe Rogan, if you're listening, it's the People of Dubai podcast. So hopefully.
What I actually like these guys who I watch in the UK. They're called Sorted Food. Big food channel in the UK. I love their content. I think it'd be great. I think they're kind of bantery, kind of fun kind of characters. I think that suits our kind of podcast. If they could come on the podcast, if they ever visited Dubai, I think that'd be great. I think it'd be
Amazing. Right, Annie, what have you
Right.
got there?
We have watermelon and mustard.
Okay.
wow. Okay.
Apparently, it tastes like a cheeseburger.
Oh,
Okay.
What?
100% beef.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sorry,
Trademark
this mustard I do use at home, so it's halfway done.
What is that? Pin's been
It's so
dipping his
dry
nuggets in
around
that.
Yeah.
So you can.
Just
It's
one
also our last
thing.
episode.
What's it
too,
Just
called?
because-
remember to stay by the mic. You get there.
Okay.
So put your watermelon on your fork.
Okay.
You've all got your own fork. Oh, I even gave myself one.
Okay, good.
Thank you very much.
Dip it in the mustard.
Are we just going straight dip?
Yeah, I mean,
You're not going to be eating this mustard anymore.
No double
I won't
dipping.
be.
It's not a wax
Oh,
pot.
how much do you take?
I think not too much. I don't want it to be
God,
too mustardy.
It's really hard to
It's
get on there.
English mustard,
Okay.
no? It's
And that's
English.
Dijon, isn't it?
Is that Dijon? No,
By
it's
the way,
English.
Probably
English.
meant to be like.
Dijon is
Is that enough?
darker.
Yeah, try it. I've never tried this before.
What is this?
For the listeners, it does not taste like a cheeseburger. I repeat.
Annie, have you checked with your doctor if you can eat this stuff being pregnant?
No, yeah.
Get heartburn.
It's definitely unusual.
Okay, let's do it.
Is it nice?
Okay.
I know this is gonna sound dumb. It just tastes like watermelon and mustard. It just tastes like what? I don't mind it, to be fair though.
No, it actually has a really sweet tinge. So when you put it in your mouth,
It's like sweet and spicy. I quite like the feelings. In
your
my mouth.
your mouth obviously fills up with the water from the watermelon, and then it hits and it goes
you
sweet.
know what?
I like
I
that.
enjoy
And then
that.
at the end, the burn taste.
I actually enjoy that.
It tastes like a cheeseburger.
I actually really like that. I really like that.
I actually rate
I
that.
wouldn't
Yeah.
be serving it,
I
but
feel like I got like peanut butter kind of flavour out of that. I don't know whether it's
Yeah.
It's
That's
more
what I
like maybe
think.
you've
it's the
eaten so much
texture.
food, your taste
Oh,
buds
honestly,
burn.
they've evolved into something else completely.
You know what? That's not bad.
Okay, what else have we got?
Should we rate them? Let's all rate them.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't doing that for the rating though. But so if I
That's
do,
not rating.
It's not a competition.
What
just
are we
like-
doing? Like a Google star review, like a 5-star
Yeah,
review.
yeah, a food
Should we
review.
take it to Google?
Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay, Google. Go.
5
Are you
star.
sponsored by Google?
I wish.
Out of 5, they're 5-star. What
But
was it?
how are we rating it? From how weird
Just
it is or
5.
flavour?
Ooh, how much you enjoyed it?
I would say a 3-star.
Okay.
I'd say 3.
That's it, probably 2.
I'll go 3.2 then.
Maybe it's meant to be American mustard or something.
Yeah,
don't
maybe.
Okay, we'll try it again with all the other mustards.
Yeah.
Whole grain
Part
Dijon, that's
two.
American mustard.
Okay,
Part two,
this
Sam
is
Jumper.
these are cookies,
I
and
should have
then
brought something in.
you need to eat your cookie that you selected.
Okay. Yeah, I know which one I chose.
I'm the red velvet.
The
Right.
chocolate.
wanna have-
And there is a story behind these cookies.
Okay.
What?
So-
I would just.
Take a bite,
Yeah.
This is not going
Yeah.
to put us to sleep, is it?
and then I'm gonna get Taz to read the box.
Oh my god, is it hash or something?
They're dog friendly.
This is like a wagon wheel.
And do you like them? Are they
It's like a
nice?
wagon wheel.
I'm going to let you read
That
the story
looks like
first.
a wagon wheel. That looks amazing.
I'm going to let you read the story first.
Okay,
and
who
then-
wants to read the box?
Well, you do it.
Well, you can read the box.
Why?
So there is a story behind these cookies.
They're nice.
What are they, Taz?
Does it say lactation's treats?
They're made of breast milk.
So
Are they made of breast milk?
No.
Lactation?
You know it. The
No, but
breast
isn't that
milk.
lactose intolerant for people?
no, so
Is it for dogs?
no.
Like-
This is fully human. So the other day I came back from.
I don't know. I want a story. Just tell me what it is. Can I still
I
eat
need to
it?
tell you the story.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, have a bite.
I came into the office
good, though, okay.
and they were on my desk, and I thought a guy from the UK had brought them in. So I was like, oh, so I was giving them out to everyone. And you're meant to, and it was a girl from the Philippines who believes that you're meant to eat these cookies to get your breast milk to come in.
Oh!
There's someone with
You
breast
have
milk.
milk.
So it's
You don't have to dunk the cookie in the...
I feel a bit sensitive.
anyway. So she was like, you should start eating them to get your breast milk.
So what's in it?
But I've been eating like 3 or 4, and I'm not meant to eat them at this stage of my
What
pregnancy.
is it? What is it supposed to be? What is it? Though?
I actually don't know. Sorry.
Oh,
but
because it's like I thought. Okay.
I literally, when you said lactation, I thought they were made with breast milk, and I was like, that's a step
That's a bit too far.
Sign me up.
okay, right. Next. Anyway, they're nice cookies.
Let me get
right?
mine.
Okay.
They're okay. Right, sorry, can I squeeze past?
I like these. So where are these from?
I think somewhere in Dubai.
Look at the brand, RCG, lactation treats.
Hey, look, no one's here.
That's hilarious.
It's just us. It's just me and Alex now in the studio.
I know what you're going to do. Blog, blog, blog.
Okay, we got some canapes here.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, chocolate.
Move this out
So we
there.
have some canapes that Holly's brought over on a nice
Oh
chopping
yeah,
board.
yeah. Of course, for the audio listeners. Have you got YouTube? You got YouTube, right?
So out
Jump
of,
over.
I'm quite competitive. So out of, don't forget presentation. I get another 1 star at least for
Sorry,
that.
it was my competition. It was my challenge.
We haven't even rated.
piece of it.
We didn't rate the cookie.
Yeah.
We didn't rate the cookie.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Oh yeah, the cookie.
What'd you
Well,
get?
you
I
should
would
let-
say that was. I would say that's. I'm not sorry. It's 1.5. That's a bit average cookie. It's not
See
worth
if-
the calories.
Let's see if it works.
yeah.
Yeah.
Booze be leaving.
Unless you spontaneously erupt, I'm going to give that also a 2.
Mine was a 2 because I had a wagon wheel version. It was actually really good.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Right, so what do we have here?
Okay, so we have.
Go on, Alex. What do you
I
want to
feel
say?
so bad for that brand. It's on the same level as watermelon and mustard.
Worse. It's worse. Isn't it? It's on
Oh,
a
we've
worse
got leaking
level.
boobies.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have here dark chocolate On top, we have avocado and another one olive. I think we should start with the avocado first because olives has a bit of a stronger taste.
Yeah.
So apparently, this is like the
It's meant to taste
combination.
like cheeseburger.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go, darling.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. What are we just one bite in this?
I like an oyster. No, actually not an oyster.
Just swallow it. Cheers.
I'd say it tastes like
No.
avocado and chocolate.
Yeah. Nah. Not for me.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty much exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
It is dark chocolate and avocado.
I don't like it.
I actually prefer the mustard and
Yeah.
I actually do.
Actually, watermelon and mustard, you've just gone up a star.
Bring that back. Bring that back.
I reckon the olive's going to be better.
Okay.
I actually love dark chocolate, by the way.
I'm not an olive eater. Do you think, like, do you know, I'm going to try it, but I'm not, so I don't know if I'll enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
Right, olive.
Nope, it's no better.
Don't ruin it.
you.
Don't ruin it.
Could you not give me the one with this?
Oh, no. That's worse. No.
Oh, I think it's better.
I think it's marginally better, the salty and the sweet.
Yeah.
I think if it
Oh
was
my god, that's disgusting.
if it was milk chocolate,
Is it supposed to be dark chocolate?
water.
100% dark chocolate.
100% dark chocolate.
No.
That's quite good dark chocolate for 100%.
No. I thought you said, is it meant to be dark chocolate? And I was like, yeah, 100% is meant to be dark chocolate.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's like
Do you want me to
70.
get yours?
Yeah, please.
Okay, we need to do a star for
What
this.
we star rate this?
Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to
give that-
say 2 out of for both.
That's a 1 for me.
Yeah, I'll give it 1.
I can't
Alex,
believe
you're in the
the
camera view.
lactation cookies
You're
got
going to sit down. You're in the camera view. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry to the visual listeners.
Do you need this board?
Actually, no. Leave it there. Just in case.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll put them. Oh, there they are. There, Alex.
What?
You left it there.
How did they fall out of the box?
Oh,
Right,
wow.
I'll put them
Okay.
aside. Okay, right. So,
Sorry, guys, we've got a little bit of a Blue Peter moment. Here's what I made earlier.
I love these organic moments.
Okay, here we go.
I'm
Right,
gonna be
I am
hungry now.
actually currently right now giving everyone
Is that a
Hey.
twister?
a roll up. Yeah.
What the hell's a roll
Open that up.
Is it like
It's
a...
like a fruit twister.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to say, can we just say, because we're a PG podcast, this is
Yes,
not a
it's-
spliff.
Yeah, roll up.
Can we just like...
Yeah, right that. Yeah, exactly. This is 100.
I thought it was a roll-up wet flannel, like to clean your hands.
It looked like the branding of a twister. Okay, right, sorry.
So
Over to
open
you.
this up. So I give everyone this kind of sugary roll up, right?
Yeah,
And it's
okay.
basically a film of sugar.
You've gone fancy with the
Can I
ice
just
cream.
say, with Haagen-Dazs, where have you learnt your lesson? You've got to leave it out so you scoot round the side. It needs to defrost.
Yeah, it's not come out the
Got a
freezer.
20-minute warning. We got to get this
Ah.
freezer burned.
Cool. Don't you worry about that.
That's
Look
my
at that.
favourite thing in the cinema.
Look at that. Look at that. Hey,
Let's leave it there, defrost.
camera, can you?
There we go.
This has been.
Okay.
I've been.
God,
I've done this all day.
It's
Taz
melting.
earns the big bucks. I bought him watermelon half-eaten mustard. He's bought in a tub of Haagen.
Come on, ladies, you got to open
Sorry.
this up. You got to open
Right.
what Alex is doing. He's opening up this roll up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right,
Yeah,
I'm just
for
gonna let you guys
listeners,
do it.
honestly, you need to take note of
Roll
this.
up,
because
roll
he,
up, roll up.
introduced me to this a couple of weeks ago. And
Okay,
it is
amazing.
actually
I know it's a bit
class.
frustrating for everyone who's listening.
Alright, that's
You got to open up as much as you
Hope you
can.
like VSR.
Treat it
Is that
like
what it's called?
So a roll-up is, the way I can describe it, is a bit like a sticky,
sugary.
sugary...
Yeah, it is a sweet.
what you used to get as a kid, the strips,
Yeah,
without sugar on.
yeah.
Like a rainbow flag, basically.
Yeah.
That's what we've got in our house.
I mean, if you're listening, guys, pause it. Go to YouTube, people of Dubai. Go watch this because this is where you're about to see some magic.
Okay, amazing.
Okay, put it down
Yeah.
on the flat down, nice flat roll down. Yeah, there we go.
Like
Right.
Play-Doh.
So,
Right, so-
Taz is
So
going
now-
to scoop the ice cream.
Yeah, so now I've got vanilla
Take a video of this.
ice cream. Okay, vanilla
Yeah.
ice cream. It can be any ice cream,
Alright
but I've
with
been
that.
Do you know
blizzard.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm about to do is put the vanilla inside
Just do it
this
so I can have a
sugary
Sorry.
sheet.
Okay.
Okay, wait, give it.
Haagen-Dazs
Okay.
fruit roll up.
Okay, right. See how it's all soft, right?
We need a bit of like Marks
Wait,
and
I need-
Spencer's
I need,
music in the background.
I need someone to do this,
This isn't
quickly.
just
Oh,
ice
sorry.
cream.
Okay, so what do you... Right,
Put it in
tell me.
there.
Yeah.
Now wrap it up like a dumpling, essentially, like a
Okay,
little
yeah.
parcel. Put it in there.
Yeah, wrap it like there.
Yeah, go on quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not with the plastic. It'll
Actually,
definitely
give
get
that a minute, right?
Oh, you're just like a little samosa.
I know.
Give that a minute, right? See how it's soft at the start, right? Just give it a second. It'll start to harden it.
Oh, harden the
Yeah, let go,
sweet.
let go.
Haagen-Dazs.
Okay.
See that?
You're,
Mike,
you're now sponsored by Haagen-Dazs.
Okay, we've got a tap.
See, it's hard, yeah?
Yeah.
Now I was wanting to bite into it.
Okay.
Oh, look at that crunch.
Wow, that
Did
was
you hear
like
that?
a
Go on, buy it. Go on, give it, buy it.
tissue. When have we been such adults? Napkins.
Try that.
Listen to that guy.
It's going on the carpet.
Here.
Can you just do it like I'll just have it like this, but a little
Okay.
bit. Holly,
That's
can I
insane.
ask you
Yeah,
to
of
do
course.
that?
Right.
Okay, you need to pay for my dentist bill.
I will, I
cracked
will.
a filling there.
Exactly. So what's happening basically when you put the ice cream
Do a
in?
small one.
Where did you see this, Taz?
This is amazing.
7 hours of YouTube.
Exactly.
And
See?
this tastes really good.
Yeah, exactly. Wrap that up. So Annie's wrapping it up.
I need to wrap that up.
And you just wait a little bit while it hardens. So like the ice cream is basically hardening that sugar. So it's now become like, it's almost like
Do you
crystal-like
not think-
texture.
Isn't it weird that one person sat here and did this one day and now it's a
Leave me
thing?
alone.
Was it you?
I was bored one day.
Was it actually you that invented this? Oh.
Imagine.
You've killed 13 years in
Exactly.
Dubai.
Go on, give it. See, now it's hard and crunchy. Go on, just put it all in your mouth. So you get that really like rich,
So nice.
rich, fatty vanilla
Yeah.
taste, and then you, the fattiness of the vanilla, right? And then you get the kind of like sharp, sugary crunchiness of.
It reminds me when you bite into, you know, your first bite of a Magnum, the
Yes.
chocolate when it cracks.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
oh, my favourite sound.
Exactly. And then when it's in your mouth, it starts to soften.
It does.
So look,
Yeah, like it probably gets stuck in your teeth.
so when it goes into your mouth, it's hard and
Yeah.
firm, and then as it relaxes in your mouth, it softens.
I
up.
don't think we had enough time to do our homework.
So
Oh, now I'm worried. Okay, so Alex has just walked over. We've got what? Explain what we've got here, Alex.
well, can I have a rating, please?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Can I have
Sorry,
a star
darling.
rating, please?
Do you know what? I'm going to give you a 4-star for that.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're saying that's better than the watermelon and the mustard.
Yeah,
How is
100%.
that not better than that? What are you giving me?
Okay, I'm not really a sweet person.
If you're not, okay, respect
So
that.
I'm gonna give you a 3 because I do like the enthusiasm. It wasn't
Definitely
a science.
It's definitely not
It was a science experiment. It was great.
Do
If
it,
you've got
everyone.
veneers, do not try this at home.
I've had
If
that
you're over
before.
the age of 80, please don't try that.
You
Yeah.
get a 4 out of 10 for me.
Okay, so we've got Alex
Do you mean
Augusta
So
with
this
his.
one's got a bit of a story about it. So like I was growing up in Cyprus, spent most of the time like summers with with my grandparents. The water
couldn't
quality
afford
in
any
Cyprus,
food.
the water quality in Cyprus wasn't really great when we were growing up. So instead of having cereal with water or milk,
No way.
yeah, we'd have it with orange juice.
Oh,
No.
I've
This is
always wanted to
actually-
try this, by the way.
A bit of a Greek thing.
No, this is rank.
So
I
we've got
was-
a bit of orange juice
Okay.
in there. And then this is the mix because you want the sweet with the salty.
Yeah.
They actually then add a bit of feta cheese. Okay.
Oh, tell me you're
Are
Greek
you
without
sure you
telling
didn't
me
do
you're
this
Greek.
at university or something?
This is what my grandmother used to like make.
Have you, so you've had it then, yeah?
Yeah. 100%.
Wow.
Okay.
I'll let the guests
Oh,
go
I'm
first.
excited for this.
I mean,
What
we
we'll
are.
do, we've got that spoon there. If you just go round, you guys do it first.
I've got another spoon.
Oh, you've got
I've got
another
another
spoon.
spoon.
Taz, you can go first.
Okay, so
It's got
oh
avocado
my
on
god.
it,
So this is like one
We're
of my,
going to have to
like,
hurry through
grandmother's
this, by the way,
favourite
because we're
treats,
nearly
yeah.
out of time.
So make sure to get a piece of the feta.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna try it now.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, only.
So it's a really dear recipe to me. Kind of reminds me of. growing
So
Don't
up.
say that. I can't say anything back.
I
Handed
can't
down.
slag it off now.
Okay.
We
Okay.
only
Make
have
sure
a
to get
couple of
the,
minutes left, by the way.
Okay,
All
right.
right, fine. I'm
Okay,
gonna
let's
give mine.
quickly rate this.
Yeah. Did you get the feta cheese? Yeah.
I'm
It's
not really
just
a
weird.
feta
Hold on, I
cheese
just
kind
want
of.
to see what Annie thinks of it.
Can I just have the? I don't know if I'm allowed feta cheese.
Nice try.
I'm gonna.
What would you rate it?
Do you know
Interesting.
what? I actually like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Do
No,
you?
I'm being serious.
I loved it growing up.
Solid
But-
3 stars for me.
Do you know what I find weird is I would always have cereal and then a glass of orange juice, but I'm putting it all in my mouth together.
Ah, yeah, fair.
So I've got
Even
something,
with the feta cheese.
That's
I've got
that's
something
a
to tell
lie.
you. I completely made that up.
I knew.
What did you guys eat? I was like,
Do we get haunted by Alex's grandmother?
I was like, yeah.
No
It's
way.
my grandmother. It was like, I like it.
I was about to go in, but then because you said your grandma, I was like, I don't want to disrespect it now.
Also, can I just say, I was thinking,
I can't believe I
are
ate
you
that.
all right with your upbringing? Like,
Yeah.
Did you not afford milk in Greece?
I
or
don't know why.
Cyprus?
I just kind of believe that as well. Like
Honestly.
milk is one of the cheapest things you can buy in these countries.
When you were like, oh, have you got your thing prepared for today? I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, literally, when I thought of it, I was like, this is going to be gold. I was going to get oregano and put oregano in there. So
No
I thought,
way.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
Good spots,
guys,
good spots.
what are
Wow.
we rating that? Well, just to
I'll
wrap
give it a 1
up.
out of 10. It's-
You know what? It's not too bad, so I'll give it a 3.
More than the watermelon and mustard.
No, I gave watermelon 3.
Okay. Well, anyway, guys, that
is
was
it.
fun. I really enjoyed the fact that we've got to try some really... I'm now not hungry for dinner at
No.
all.
No, fair enough.
But where can our listeners find you on socials?
Plug.
Right,
Plug
you
away.
can go to savage.appetites on all the social medias, and obviously search us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. We are there, live and kicking, and we also going to Beach Canteen. We're going to do a live podcast.
Yeah.
A double stacked podcast at Beach Canteen, which is, when's the date of it?
22nd?
22nd of April.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay,
when this
nice.
is launched, but yeah, that is us.
That's
we
amazing.
come?
You're
See
gonna
us.
smash
Of
it.
course, you're more than welcome, and we can bring
We'll be the
orange
only ones
juice.
there.
If you want orange juice, cornflakes, and feta cheese, come down on the 22nd of April, Beach Canteen. Thank you.
Thank you for
Amazing.
being
Thank
on
you
our
guys so
show.
much.
Yeah, really thank you for having us on.
Thank
It's
you.
been
Really appreciate
fun.
it.
We
Nice,
actually
yeah.
said let's try and keep it to half an hour, 45 minutes, and we've done an hour. So thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
right.
loved it. Thank you so much for having it on, and thanks for being an inspiration. Starting our podcast. So go on, girls.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Keep
Remember
doing
us
what you
when
do.
you've got all the
Keep doing-
followers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And if you get too many sponsors, send them our way.
We will. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate
And
it.
thank you to the listeners. It's our last episode for a couple of months, maybe, but we'll be back, I'm sure. But remember to follow us on socials, _podxb, or you can watch this episode at the People of Dubai podcast on YouTube. Stay
Amazing.
tuned.
Stay tuned.
Love it.
See you
Goodbye.
guys.
Bye.
I can't believe you made me do that. I can't believe you made me do that. You are such a rat.
That
You
was
don't see me
so
smiling.
fun.
I'm
We
like,
are. Do you know what? That could have been. That's April Fool's there.
Oh, it is
I
April
was
Fool's.
going for it, and I was like, God, what's this bloody upbringing?
I
oh
know.
my
That's
gosh.
hilarious. But do you know, when I was reading, orange juice and coffee is actually a thing at the moment.
Is it?
People
Really?
putting, yeah,
Could you not have done that?
not my vibe. Yeah, sorry.
Oh my
Thought I was
god.
going to be creative.
That was
funny.
too funny.
Sorry, I made a mess.
Guys, that was so fun. Should we do a little selfie or something?
Yeah, let's
yeah.
do it. Yours was good. Really
This
good.
is actually really good.
Where's my
Love
all
it.
the rubbish?
I'm going to try and...
Put it in the oven.
Taz is probably better at this.
Oh, you good.
No, are you alright just to take a photo?
Yeah, we'll do a full one in a minute.